Okay, so this is a part two of our chat. We had to reboot here on Zoom. So what were we talking about? You look so good, I'm telling you. Like
You too, I honestly thought like you had a filter or something because you look like so perfect. Like you have no idea.
I never
Everything.
see the sun.
That's why, yeah.
I
That
don't have sun damage, but you look so much like a lady now, your cheekbones and you tone down your makeup and stuff. You look really good.
yeah, I just I tried that fuck. You
Oh
have
yeah,
no
you said
idea.
something about a weight loss pill or something.
Yeah, I tried that Ozempic that everyone is doing. It's an injection. It's not
Injection?
it's not a pill. Like you inject it in your like tummy. Like it's like like it's a pen, like an insulin pen,
Yeah.
and it's for like the people with diabetes type 2. And I injected it because everybody's injecting it. Kim Kardashian injected it, so it's like the secret of Hollywood and stuff. And I was like, let me try this shit. And I injected it, and I swear to God, the next day I felt like I was like, I don't know how chemotherapy feels like, but like that's what I would imagine chemotherapy to be like. Because like literally you don't like you feel like throwing up all the time.
Ooh.
You're burping all the time, nausea, like it doesn't go away.
Oh, no.
um I honestly was like, fuck this shit. Like I
How
would
long,
rather
how
be.
long, how long were those nasty effects
it
happening?
just
One day?
it just acts for like one fucking week.
Oh no.
Yeah, can you
Did you
imagine?
lose weight?
A little bit, like 10 pounds.
Well, some people think suffering for a week to lose 10 pounds is probably worth it. But on the other hand, if people would just drink smoothies for a week, they could also lose 10 pounds. But stop.
I think I lost even less. I think it was like 7 pounds or 6, but it was not worth it.
No, don't do that.
Horrible.
No, don't do that. So,
And the worst part was that like I kind of wanted to eat. Like I literally missed eating. I was like, only thing I have left, because I don't do drugs. I go to sleep early. I just changed my whole schedule. I'm staying up for you tonight, but like
oh, I know I'm so bad. I'm in
no, but no, I feel good because like tomorrow is the President's Day, so it's like in a way, right?
yeah. So
So
what do
it's
you
not.
do when you wake up early? Do you I mean you go to a job or what do you do?
I don't wake up early, but the thing is that usually it's like, it's more like my dog is
I can
literally,
hear a dog.
yeah. I don't wake up early, but I wake up at around 7 a.m. because dogs wake me up. So, you gotta walk them, you gotta do that. Then I come back home and then I go to sleep.
Okay, good. Don't you have those pee pads for them just in case an emergency?
I do. Always, everywhere.
They don't bark. I haven't heard them bark yet.
If someone knocks on the door, like if someone you know, knocks, they
They'll go
freak out.
crazy. I remember the last time I talked to you, one of your neighbors stole one of your dogs or something. Or they didn't, no, they didn't pay you for a dog. That's what
Yeah, you're gonna pay him for it. I had a lot of puppies and stuff because I got into a puppy business and
teacups something, right? Teacup.
teacup puppy, yes, yeah. And you know how that happened? I was supposed to go to Russia and do an interview. And I actually went to Russia because that was another interview. And I was like, Mom, fuck you. Like, I don't care. I gotta do I gotta make money. Like, I gotta hustle.
Yeah.
And also, I kind of wanted to be like famous. And everyone was like, Alexia, Alexia, Alexia. I didn't want to lose that like momentum, which I kind of lost. And then the thing is that they're like bringing out, as you said, like those like fake bimbos, Russian bimbos that they're like trying to be Alexias. And I was like, I actually want to go there and answer their questions if they have any. Because
Yeah.
I want to like I actually showed them that I'm not like one of those people who's like, oh, I was with him for a Porsche, and like, no,
Yeah.
I was with him because I actually loved his son, and I just like even worse. But like anyway,
I mean,
um,
Misha was handsome and he's fun.
yeah, And I don't need a Porsche from a guy for me to be with him. Like for me, that's not a cool thing. Like if anything, that just shows how like, materialistic you are. Like I can have fun without a Porsche.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing is that I just went to Russia and the friend that I met there, she was like a fan from those TV shows and stuff. And she was like doing this business. She was selling these dogs for crazy amounts of money. So she was buying Pomeranians in Russia and selling them abroad for $4,000 a dog.
Wow.
So she was like, why don't you? I kind of wanted to buy a dog for me, but then I was like, let me do this business. So I tried, and a lot of people wanted it because here they don't have good Pomeranians. So that's how it started. But
I
you
want to
know,
see one. Are they sleeping right now?
yeah. And if I wake them,
Okay.
they're like this big, like so cute, round.
My kid wants a dog, and I'm like, listen, I already have problems with having two cats. I can barely handle that. You know,
Oh my God. How old are your cats?
three. They're both three.
They're not old.
No, but they're the scooping of the poops. Where's one of them? Hang on. I need a cat. Oh, there's Maggie. She's not the friendliest one. Hang on. Yeah. Oh, oh.
Oh my God, she's so pretty.
This is Maggie.
Look at those eyes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mag?
She's so pretty.
Yeah. You
She's
notice
really pretty.
she's quiet.
Wow, her face. I want to look like her.
She's so
Her
pretty.
eyes are like just like, wow.
Oh,
Looks like Megan Fox.
good girl. Yeah, what do you think about Megan Fox? Isn't she single now?
She's like Machine Gun Kelly.
No, but she said that no, they just broke up like a couple
They
days
just broke up like when?
she caught him cheating and she deleted everything on her Instagram. She deleted every single picture, every single thing from her life. Yeah, she caught and then she started following Eminem. Like she probably wants to fuck Eminem to get revenge.
She
I mean,
could.
she looks good. It's just that she she has three kids with that other guy, and she just left her husband and three guys to start following around a young rapper. And it's like, we get it, you want that young rapper dick, but you have kids, and she made her tits bigger, and she just, I don't know.
But I
She's
mean,
she's a mom.
Mich but I mean Machine Gun Kelly, honestly, is Megan Fox is so much better than Machine Gun, like in
She
my opinion.
probably has a big dick, okay?
But I can't believe he
There's got to be
cheated.
a reason that she just left her husband and kids for this young guy. I
Can
mean,
you imagine like when you cheat on Megan Fox, like who did he cheat her? Like I really want to see.
it's you can't go that public with a boyfriend. You can't be like, I'm dating this guy and we're everywhere together and we're gonna drink each other's blood and we're so fucking inseparable and hot and look at us. Because the more you throw yourself out there, the harder they come, the harder they fall. It was bound to happen. I mean,
And also, I really feel when you put your relationship out there, don't you think like I really believe in like bad energy and like like jealous eye and like bad eye and all of those things
super
because
bad.
you cannot survive your relationship like on that like
You're asking for trouble. Look at Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. Like, you
yeah.
got to keep that shit on the down low.
Look at Madonna and Guy Ritchie. Look at
Yeah, look at Madonna. Look at her
look
face.
look at
No, what I want to hear what you think about her face.
look at Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez. All those are like I think honestly, I just feel like Madonna for me, such a queen, she's just like such a I don't care what she does. Like she has earned her fucking like she has earned her whatever. Like, she's allowed to do every fucking thing she wants to do, because she did so many things for, first of all, women in music industry that so many people like to talk about. She like kind of paved the way for a lot of women. And then she was like so all of that when nobody was. And yeah, she looks bad, but let her do what she wants to do, you know.
Well, why can't you just have the same plastic surgeon that Cher has? Cher looks, Cher's 73 or something.
In a way, I think she, don't you think she is doing it on purpose? Like, she's kind of doing it on purpose. Like,
I
she
mean,
just wants
I'm
to
sorry,
get in
but
our face.
my eyeballs can see Madonna on TikTok that she made her ass bigger, her tits bigger. She's drinking in most of her videos. She's drinking in most of her videos. So when you drink, you get fat.
Yeah.
Alcohol makes you fat. She just looks big, and that's okay to get big. I'm not fat shaming anyone.
But she injecting her, she injected
Talking
herself.
about her face looks like a fucking Chinese spy balloon.
Yeah, puffy. Yeah, very puffy. I think injections, a lot of like
Listen, one time
fillers.
back in 2010, I went to a class reunion. I can't remember which one it was. And my dermatologist said, "Oh, I should put some fillers." Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, really?" And I hated it. It looked like I had an inchworm under my skin. I go, "Dude, I'm in Connecticut. It looks like I have inchworms under my skin. I hate it." And I'm trying to rub them out. And he goes, "No, you have to wait till you come home, and I'm going to inject them with some other thing." I have never had a filler since then.
Yeah, honestly, just like I think she had a lot of fillers
It
because her
looks
face looks very,
ridiculous. Her face is fucking, she looks like
yeah.
a samurai wrestler. It looks horrible.
Yeah.
And her lips are so big, so big.
And her ass is just like, you can tell those are like implants.
Implant. It looks nasty. Somebody needs to say,
And how
everybody,
old is she? She's like 6. How old is she?
64. She's going to be 65 in August. She's going to be 65.
I just don't understand why she's sexualizing herself so much. Like, didn't she get enough attention? Like, she always was, Madonna was always like sexy. Like, why did she?
Why doesn't she just buy a farm and teach her kids how to, farm and grow some vegetables and shit? Why does it have to be like she adopts these kids from Africa, and apparently they're investigating her for child trafficking or something. They don't
Yeah, I
like
heard
it.
something like that too. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't like it that she adopted these kids from Africa, and now they see these kids, because I'm sure that's a conservative village she adopted them from. They don't like to see those kids grown up wearing sexy clothes in TikTok videos. They don't like it. They're like, "Madonna, why did you adopt these kids here?" And then now they're on parade on TikTok drinking and shaking their asses and cross-dressing and stuff. They don't like that.
Also, I think that she's just like, it's just crazy how like she has like, I understand people who have to do those things, like to survive, you know? Like, I understand people who have to do those sex work to just like survive. They don't have any
Oh,
other means.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
she has so much money. She doesn't have to do, like, she can retire and be
Exactly.
so, like, she doesn't have to strip her ass. Like, nobody needs to see her ass, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
so
she's
it's not
sold
about
enough records. She has enough money in her bank account. She doesn't need to do all those
yeah,
things.
so it's not about the money, it's about the attention. Okay, so this is another thing. Her mom died when she was young, so she's, needs attention. Okay.
But the girl, I wish I got. She had enough attention for like
I
hundred
know. That's why
thousand
when you
people.
say something, my fucking hair is pissing me off. That's why when you say, "Oh, it's Madonna, let her do whatever she wants." Why, like Michael Jackson, he looked great, but he kept making his nose smaller and smaller and smaller. I
Uh,
love Michael Jackson. I'm very fucking sad that
and he died from the. He died from that.
yeah, he died from his vanity. And so somebody around Madonna needs to say, "Hey, stop." And I think she got the message now, because the whole world was like, "What the fuck?" Madonna looked like a Chinese spy balloon at the Grammys. Her
She
face,
literally looked Chinese. Like, I swear to God, she looked
yeah,
like a Chinese person who put in
yeah,
like
yeah,
green contacts or something.
yeah. But she blamed it on she said somebody used a long zoom on me. How nobody else in the Grammys looked like a Chinese spy balloon. So how you want to blame it on the zoom? You know?
I really think like no, I was just thinking that she was like I couldn't take it seriously. I literally thought that she was just like trolling us. Like I didn't think it was real. Like
A lot of people think that when they look at her TikTok videos, they go, "Oh, she's just trolling."
yeah. Like how can you like think that that's like real? I would think that like she just is trolling, you know? Because come on, like Madonna in her days, she had sense of fashion. She had sense like she knew what was like
She
hot
has
and what,
enough money to find the best surgeon in the world, like Cher does.
yeah.
Okay. I don't mind that Cher and Dolly Parton get plastic surgery. That's part of their job, like to be on TV and all that stuff. That's like, unfortunately, that's part of the job, right? But Cher looks decent.
Yeah.
She
You
looks
know why?
good.
Because they don't overdo it. Like once you start overdoing it and like Madonna, I think just overdid it. Like,
He's got to stop. She needs to get her face back. She needs to lose weight. She used to fat shame people all the time because one time I was on VH1 back in 2002, I think, and the show was called A Night With. So my segment was called A Night with Def Leppard, and then another guy was A Night with Madonna, and it was this chubby guy, and he said he met Madonna somewhere backstage, and she said, "Look how fat you are. You need to stop eating. You look disgusting." And he was so horrified that Madonna had fat shamed him that he became skinny. So she used to be the fat Nazi going around fat shaming people. And, she was super hot. I used to be a Madonna impersonator. So I'm not just trying to hate on Madonna randomly because I also loved Madonna. I mean, she was smoking in the Borderline video and like a virgin. She was so sexy. Um,
even in Hung Up, like she was like really
I
nice.
know that was the last good video. Hung Up is the last good video. Her ass looks so fine. I liked her
Yeah.
hair. I liked the song. But after that video, after that song,
It looks so cool in that video.
the
Hung
video
Up.
is fucking smoking.
Yeah.
There's a little hook in that song from ABBA.
Yeah. Dun,
She,
dun, 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 dun,
right.
dun, dun. Yeah.
Yeah, she used that hook from ABBA. That was her last. She should have just quit after that. She should have quit and just retired and said, fuck it. I'm going to go grow weed or grow vegetables and I'm just going to chill and get massages every day, but she has to
I
keep
know she
going
should
on.
like I don't know why like it's so sad to see like celebrities just decaying on like public. Oh, God.
I mean, we're all going to grow old. Hopefully, growing old is a pleasure. It's a gift. Like not everybody gets to grow old. A lot of people are dying young. So when you do grow old, you should do it gracefully, just throw in the towel. You know what I mean? I get it. Women don't want to grow old.
I know,
But
but
look
it's
but like again, let's think of somebody who's grew old gracefully. Let me think. Um I can't even, I'm talking about females, okay? Um
mm,
um
Barbara Walters.
okay, and Betty White grew
Yeah,
old gracefully, and
yeah,
Raquel
I-
Welch. I mean, she was wearing wigs. She
yeah,
just died the other day.
yeah. I heard.
Yeah.
What about that Elvis Presley's?
Oh, geez. Lisa Marie Presley. No-
She looks like a baby. Like
She looks
her
like
like
Madonna. She looks like
yeah,
Madonna. She's got the
so weird. It's like I couldn't tell which one was the mother and which one. Honestly, when they said that the one
Wait,
died,
what's the name of the mom? The one who just died. I feel super bad for her. That was
the
Lisa Marie.
one who just died was Lisa
Lisa
Marie
Marie.
Presley.
Okay.
But
Lisa Marie, my heart went out to her because
yeah, the mom was
what's the mom's name?
yeah, I don't know. Only
Priscilla. Priscilla. Yeah,
Priscilla,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I want to erase what I just said. I'm going to tell you something. Priscilla looks freaky. She looks like Madonna does.
Yeah.
Lisa Marie, my fucking heart goes out to her.
Yeah, that's what I meant too.
My heart goes out
That's
to her.
exactly what I meant. Because Priscilla Presley, when they were sitting and doing an interview, I couldn't tell which one was the mother and which one was the daughter. I was just like, what the fuck is that? Like they look like she literally looked like And you can tell. That's the worst part. Like you can tell that they're old. It's
Yeah.
just like,
Well, Lisa Marie is my age, so she shouldn't
no,
have
no, no.
done.
Lisa Marie, look, she didn't overdo with surgeries. I
No, she
mean,
looked good. I don't think
yeah.
she had any surgery at all.
I'm talking about Priscilla. Like once
Priscilla and
mom,
Madonna, Priscilla and Madonna obviously have the same dermatologist, and they just,
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
crazy. It's crazy. But that's
Joe Rogan,
Hollywood.
Joe Rogan has nothing on us, okay? Like,
I guess that's like, like also like, also Joan Rivers did a lot
I
of
love Joan Rivers because she would
it
make
was
fun
so
of herself.
it was so
She would
funny.
say,
But she would make fun of herself too. And she was just like, there was another day I saw on TikTok or Instagram, they're like, if Joan Rivers was still alive today, they would cancel her in
"Oh,
like 2 minutes.
in a minute, in a
Yeah,
minute."
because
They did cancel her. Hang on. They did cancel her.
they did cancel her. What?
Yeah, because she was, you never seen the video where Joan is entering a building and they put a microphone in her face and they said, "What do you think about Michelle Obama and Barry Obama?" And she goes, "Oh, please. Um, Barry's gay and Michelle is a tranny." And they said, "What?"
Yeah.
They said, "Barry's gay and Michelle is a tranny." And she was killed 2 weeks later. I mean, fucking toast. Toast.
But that rumor that Michelle was a tranny was like really, really, really big rumor in Russia. Like they actually
Uh,
made a whole documentary about it.
you can see her dick, or you can see the dick on Ellen. If you go to YouTube and you type in
She's a big woman.
Michelle Obama dick, and on Ellen, you can see she's
Her
wearing.
shoulders are like 3 times.
I know. So I
It's
mean, that's why. I mean, oh, okay. Anyone who's out there hating on us right now, find me a picture of Michelle Obama pregnant. I'll send you $1,000. Okay. All right. Michelle Obama pregnant. Where the pictures? Where the pictures? Michelle Obama pregnant. Where the pictures? Where the pictures?
I want to see the picture.
There is no pictures. There's zero pictures of Michelle Obama pregnant.
Oh my God. It's like honestly, I don't like
We're going down
so
a
crazy
slippery
that
slope here. We're talking about the Obamas. We're going to end up both like suiciding ourselves if we don't be
oh
careful.
my God, no. Let's put out a disclaimer that we're not suicidal. We're
Yeah,
like,
we are not going to. I'm not going to kill myself.
I'm not
Oh,
gonna kill myself. So
okay,
if I die,
it's
it
because of this
wasn't,
podcast, right?
yeah,
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 I'm definitely. I love life so much.
yeah, me too.
I fucking love life so
Yeah,
much.
I love life.
I
And
really do. I see people on Facebook like, "Oh my God, life sucks and I want to give up." And I'm constantly like, don't give up. Life is great. I'm always cheerleading for people because I want to save people. We're Life is short. We have a
life is
little
very
tiny bit of
short.
it is. I
Yeah,
mean, think about it. There's been millions of years before today, and there's going to be millions of years after today.
after today.
We're just here for a tiny little bit of, slice of life, a slice. And in that slice, we've had David Bowie, the Beatles, our president from Georgia, that little thing. We've had so many amazing things happen in this slice. I'm just so happy to be alive. I can't think of not living. Like, so maybe that's why Madonna wants to look young. She doesn't want to
I
die.
know.
Maybe that's why.
Sad, yeah.
It's like they want to be forever young. Who sings that song, Forever Young? Oh,
Forever
oh,
young.
it's Rod Stewart. That's what it is. Yeah.
But
So,
do you believe in afterlife?
I think that I definitely believe in God, and I
Me
lay next
too.
to I believe in God. I lay
Me too.
my son and I say, "Okay, Desmond, we're going to pray right now. Dear God, please take care of our family and our friends and make sure they're safe and they're healthy and that they live long. Take care of us and please let good win over evil. Amen." And he goes, "Amen," because he's tired. Amen. But I don't want to go to a church because I'm afraid of getting shot. And I don't want to
The
attach myself.
church doesn't equate to God because, like, you can have a faith, but like, you don't have to, like, you don't have to like listen to some priests because
Right,
some
right. You
priests,
don't have to have a label, right? Muslim,
yeah,
Catholic, all that other stuff. Like, I just love God. That's it. I don't want to be attached to any kind of affiliation.
religion, yeah, exactly.
Right.
Because no,
That's all
this
the
is like when someone tells me like God doesn't exist and things like that, I always tell them, look at the human body. Just look at the human body. Look how complex it is. We still don't understand what happens in the human brain. We still don't have a clue what really happens in the human body. Like the best doctors in the world don't understand anything. Somebody designed that. Like that didn't come from the like just and came like doesn't
right,
make sense. Like
right.
I'm the dumbest person would understand that. And
Yeah.
of course there's someone who designed it because like
And
this
not
whole
just
life,
us. Every
they're
little
just
fucking ant and mosquito and
exactly,
snake, everything on every little creature has a purpose, has a reason,
exactly.
you know? And by the way, speaking of God, when I was walking around Tbilisi, I mean, I was in Tbilisi, Georgia for 2 weeks, and I had to wait all day until whenever the president was ready for his 2-hour massage. So he had his bodyguards showing me around Tbilisi. And every fucking day they showed me churches and another church and another church. And we would drive around and fucking look at churches. I'm like, and I don't speak Russian. And I had a little BlackBerry and I'm like trying to use translator. And I'm like, okay, great. Oh, this church is from the year 100. I'm like, the year 100? They're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, wow. Like 100. And they're like, this one's from the year 200. I'm like, is there karaoke around here? I mean, because I'm like, please stop with the churches every fucking day. I have never seen so many churches in my fucking life.
There are a lot of churches, yeah.
Tbilisi has tons of churches, and there's lots of monks or whatever walking around. And they were looking at me like, one day I escaped, and the bodyguards didn't see me. I went out without them. And that's how all this trouble happened, because I was making videos of Belize. I was like, oh, look at that. And look
Yeah.
at this. And then I put it on my blog and they went crazy. Like, but I,
Really?
oh yeah, they were showing my videos that I put on MySpace and my blog on the nightly news in Belize.
Wow.
And they were showing my MySpace pictures of like me and FHM, like lingerie and stuff. I'm like, they're
Oh,
using my stuff without my permission. I was so pissed.
yeah, but like, but what about wait, they found out while you were in Georgia or afterwards?
They started messaging me while I was in Georgia. And when I got home to Germany, that's when the shit hit the fan.
Oh my
Like,
God.
yeah, like there was people messaging me saying, oh, you don't know the name. They were messaging me on my blog.
Thank God
Like,
they did.
they're like, are you
What?
still here? And I'm like,
Imagine if the bodyguards killed you or something.
oh, one of them was trying to date me. And I was like, you are pretty fine. I'm
He was
like,
hot.
he was wicked hot. I have a picture of him on my blog too. He was smoking. I'm saying he was like 6'5" and green eyes. I mean, we couldn't talk. So we all went out to karaoke, me and like 5 of those bodyguards. And I walked in a little with all these bodyguards, and everyone's like, who the fuck is that with all these bodyguards? And I sang Tina Turner, Proud Mary. The whole place was like, it was so fun. I'm afraid to go back there though. Like, what if you and I went to Georgia?
We should, because right now they would love us because it's literally different regime and they hate Misha. So it's like we
Hmm.
could be the
Where's
stars of the.
Misha now?
He's in jail.
Really?
Yeah. You didn't know?
I mean, I remember he was the mayor after he got, how do you say, banned from Georgia.
Yeah.
Sure. Translate into which
Wait,
language?
shut up. Why is Siri talking during our fucking, we didn't talk to you, bitch. Stop. So we um he was the mayor of Odessa, right?
Yeah, he was the governor of
And they chased him on the roof. I remember seeing one video that they were trying to get him, and he went onto the fucking roof of a building trying to
he
escape.
was such a crazy guy. He's like literally like
Where does his wife and kids live now?
well, they're grown up, and his wife.
Are they after us?
No, hopefully not.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. If he somehow comes back to power,
I don't think he would ever come back to power.
but if I'd be afraid, like
Tell me one president that's been in jail that comes back out of jail and becomes president again, except the guy in Brazil. The guy who's president right now in Brazil, and I believe.
what about South America? That Nelson Mandela, wasn't he in prison?
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But he was never like a dictator or anything. However, the guy who's in charge of Brazil right now, he was in jail a few times, and now he's president.
Oh, Hitler was in jail before he became a president.
Was he president? Was Hitler ever president?
Chancellor.
Oh, and by the way, everyone gives Germans a bunch of shit. First of all, Hitler was not German. He was Austrian. Second of all, most of
He
the
was
bad.
born. He was born on. He was born in Austria.
Yeah, he's Austrian. And then most of the bad shit that happened in Poland, not Germany. So
Yeah.
but people need to stop hammering the Germans, and
No, it's just like they have like made this like they're all
they
like
want to. If we want to talk about, what about in China, Mao?
Yeah, yeah,
He took away
exactly.
he killed 53 million people.
What about Stalin? He killed like much more people than
10 million, right?
I think more.
Well,
At least Hitler wouldn't kill his own people. Some people, like Russian dictators would literally kill their own people.
Yeah. And Chairman Mao, he killed 53 million Chinese people.
I know. Like
First they take away the guns, and then they kill the people. That's what they're trying to do here now.
Yeah. That's why you should always have your gun.
That's what I'm saying.
If it comes to literally them coming to your house, always protect yourself. But if they really want to, what are you going to do with that gun anyway?
Yeah, I mean, you might be able to defend yourself for a little bit longer. But the point is, though, this is the good thing. They know who has them. They know how many Americans have them. And therefore, they know they can't do that bullshit.
Exactly. See, the reason why Putin and Russia is like so strong right now and he doesn't fear anything, because he knows that his people don't have money, they don't have guns, they don't have shit. So guess what? At the end of the day, he can just like break up any protest. He can jail them. He can do whatever he wants. So
I'm sure there's some Russians who have guns.
yeah, but those are bought illegally very, very hardly. So.
But I mean, in my opinion, that whole Russia-Ukraine thing, as an American, that's not my business. What's going on in Ohio?
I just think America has sent enough money. Like, it's just like, here in America, people don't have healthcare and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, our tax dollars need to take care of us.
Yeah.
First.
Exactly. Like, I'm a U.S. citizen.
Are you an American citizen now?
Yeah, I'm a U.S. citizen, and I don't give a shit about what happens anywhere. Because, like, I walk down the street here in New York, and the city's turned into a fucking chaos. And I'm sorry for Ukraine, but like, when you get on a plane, you should first put an oxygen mask on yourself.
Yes.
And then put it on your child.
I say that all the time. I use that exact same analogy.
Yeah, because if America, like everyone here was employed, everyone here had the best healthcare, everyone here was like living their best lives, then fine, we can like send some money to Ukraine.
Right.
But people here are dying too from cancer, from so many things.
There's so many homeless people here.
Exactly.
And now there's even more homeless people.
And then why does like and then one person gets to decide where all the money goes. Like, what the fuck? Like, if you want the money to go to somewhere, send it to people who need it in America first.
Yeah. That's the phrase that makes people so angry. America
And you know, one more thing is that I understand helping Ukraine a little bit, but okay, the war started. Help Ukraine a little bit, like
We
send
already
them a
have though.
trailer.
We already
But
have. I
we
think we
have
sent-
helped. So, like, America has helped so much.
Yeah.
It's
and
like
so has Germany. So has
it's
all of Europe.
enough. Like, it's
The whole
enough.
world has. Yeah. Like they have to, we can't keep, we have to
You
take
know,
care
I
of
used to
ourselves.
say that. I used to say that when I was in where was I? I was in Poland, and I told that to a couple of guys that I met there. Like, I'm like kind of going on dates and stuff and trying to meet my soulmate in Poland. And they would get so upset when I would say that. They're like, America gave us promises, blah, 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 blah. They're supposed to protect us. I was like, what? Wait, you
No.
guys don't understand, like in America, people are homeless. Like people are literally, and they're like, that's not true. I'm like, what? They think everyone here lives like everyone here is a billionaire. I don't know.
The thing is, America's so big and we have open borders. Like we can't help everyone. We can't even take care of ourselves right now. We really can't.
Open borders are the worst.
There is open borders. There's no doubt about it. 5 million people have come across the border in the last 2 years.
That's horrible.
5 million people, and we don't know where they're going to live, how they're going to go to school, and all that other stuff. So, everything's chaotic right now.
I just don't understand how come they just like, I don't understand how come some people had to do it the right way.
Yeah, like you, right?
Yeah, I had to get a fucking visa. I had to then switch to a student visa. Then I had to get a green card. Then I had to wait 5 years to get a citizenship. Then I had to, and
Remember my friend Ninger? He had to wait 17 years for his green card. The Turkish guy,
I
Ninger.
had to wait like completely, like together. I had to wait 12 years to get my citizenship. And
Mhm.
how come some people just like cross the border and they're just like,
Oh, it
we're
always
here.
depends on who's in the White House. That's why.
It just doesn't make sense.
And the thing is, a lot of people are like kumbaya, like, oh, imagine there's no borders. However, if someone's going to break the law and come over a border illegally, that means they're probably going to break other laws,
But one thing
We have
people
less than 1 minute and I have to do it again. I have to, like,
fuck.
I know.
One thing people forget before I go is that if people from Mexico come to the United States, people from Mexico will get richer, but United States will get poorer. And that's just how physics work. And that's sad,
I know.
Yeah.
You want to do like another 10 minutes?
Yeah, we
Say
can.
goodbye? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me end it. I'll send you another thing.